The world is watching. Your next move? It could be the one that defines everything. That leap of faith, that decision to go for it when everyone else is playing it safe. You might not feel it now, but you, yes you, are the chosen one, the person destined to inspire, to lead, and to shine brighter than you ever thought possible. But here's the catch. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build, step by bold step. And today, we're going to talk about why making bold moves isn't just about achieving success. It's about lighting up the path for everyone around you to follow. So, if you're ready to start your journey toward greatness, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive into the kind of confidence that changes everything. I want to hear from you too. What bold move are you ready to make? Drop it in the comments below, because your next big step might just be the one that changes the game for someone else too. There's something incredibly powerful about stepping into the unknown. It's like standing at the edge of a cliff, knowing that to soar, you have to take that leap of faith, even when the ground below feels uncertain. But that's where greatness begins, right there, in those moments when the world seems to be waiting to see what you're made of. It's the kind of thing we see in people who make bold moves, those who don't just follow the crowd but lead it, those who say, I'm not just going to wait for things to happen, I'm going to make them happen. These are the people we call the chosen ones. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about some mystical fantasy kind of chosen. No, this is something different. This is about real people, individuals who rise above the noise and create something extraordinary in the world. They're the ones who take risks when others hesitate. They're the ones who refuse to accept limitations, and in doing so, they set themselves apart from everyone else. They don't just stand out, they shine. We all know about those moments when we're faced with a big decision. It could be that career opportunity you've always dreamed of, but are too afraid to chase. Or maybe it's that business idea that's been brewing in the back of your mind for years, but every time you think about starting it, fear creeps in. What if it fails? What if people laugh? What if I'm not good enough? The questions can feel endless, and they can be paralyzing. But here's the thing, no one ever achieves greatness by staying comfortable. Think about the athletes who break records or the entrepreneurs who build empires. They didn't get there by sitting back and playing it safe. They had to make bold moves, to stand up when everyone else was sitting down, to rise above self-doubt and push forward. They had to be willing to do what others were too scared to try. And that's what sets them apart. Their willingness to take that first step, even if it feels like they're walking into the unknown. It's the same in life, isn't it? The moment we make a decision to do something different, to step up, to stop waiting for permission, we start to change the game. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that success is something only a few special people achieve, that greatness is reserved for a certain type of person. But that's simply not true. The truth is, greatness is something we all have the power to achieve, and it starts with making bold choices. The chosen one isn't someone who has some magical trait or a secret formula. No, it's someone who's willing to risk it all. They're the ones who see an opportunity, and instead of sitting back and wondering if they're ready, they take action. They know that in the pursuit of something great, there will be setbacks, challenges, and even failure. But they don't let that stop them. In fact, they use failure as fuel. It's all part of the process. They're not afraid to stumble because they understand that every misstep brings them closer to their goal. Think about the greats throughout history. From athletes like Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team, to entrepreneurs like Steve Jobs, who was ousted from the company he created, they faced rejection, disappointment, and hardship. But they also saw those challenges as stepping stones, not roadblocks. They understood that being bold wasn't just about having the courage to start. It was about having the resilience to keep going, even when things got tough. There's something to be said about the power of resilience. It's not just about bouncing back from failure. It's about learning from it. It's about growing through the pain, evolving through the struggle, and coming out on the other side stronger than you were before. And that's a quality that all chosen ones share. They don't just take risks. They embrace the challenges that come with those risks and use them to fuel their journey. We all have moments where we can choose to play it safe or take the leap. It's human nature to feel the pull of security, to want to stay within the confines of what's comfortable and known. But those who rise above aren't afraid to face the unknown. They choose to take a stand, to do the hard work, to show up even when the odds are stacked against them. And it's in those moments, when everything feels uncertain, that they begin to carve out their own path. So, what does it take to be a chosen one? It takes more than just talent, more than just being in the right place at the right time. It takes a willingness to push past fear, to embrace challenges, and to take action when others are waiting for something to change. The chosen one is someone who knows that greatness isn't handed to you, it's something you create. It's about making decisions that define who you are and who you will become. We all have the potential to be the chosen one in our own lives. It doesn't matter where you're starting from or how many obstacles are in your way. What matters is that you're willing to step up, take a bold move, and move forward even when the path is unclear. Because that's where the magic happens. When you make that bold choice, when you decide that you're no longer going to play it safe, that's when you begin to transform. And yes, there will be moments of doubt. Yes, there will be days when it feels like you're walking in the dark. But remember, it's in those very moments that your character is being forged. And when you come out on the other side, you'll be stronger, wiser, and more capable than you ever imagined. The chosen one isn't someone special. It's you. It's anyone who dares to dream, to act, to believe in the power of bold moves. Because greatness is not reserved for a select few. It's available to anyone who's willing to stand out, to rise above the ordinary, and to shine. And when you start choosing to step into the unknown, you'll find that greatness was never as far away as you thought. So, are you ready to take that bold step? To be the one who doesn't just follow the crowd but leads it. To be the one who rises above the doubt and fear and embraces the challenges ahead. Because that's what it takes to become the chosen one. It takes courage, commitment, and the belief that you are capable of achieving something extraordinary. And once you embrace that power, there's no telling just how far you can go. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's not some magical trait that only a few lucky people possess. No, confidence is built. And the place where it's built, where it truly begins, is when you make the decision to step outside your comfort zone. We've all heard the saying, life begins at the end of your comfort zone, but there's more to it than just a catchy phrase. Stepping out of your comfort zone isn't easy. In fact, it's uncomfortable, it's scary, and at times it feels impossible. But here's the thing, that's exactly where confidence starts to grow. It's not about being fearless. We all have fears. Everyone does. Fear is a natural part of being human. It's that little voice inside your head that says, you're not good enough, or what if you fail? But here's the secret. Confidence isn't the absence of fear. Confidence is the willingness to move forward even when fear is present. It's about making the decision to act despite the uncertainty, to keep going even when your knees are shaking and your heart is racing. When you step outside your comfort zone, you are choosing growth over stagnation. You're choosing to face discomfort head-on and transform it into strength. Every time you push past your limits, you're not only expanding your abilities, but you're also proving to yourself that you are capable of more than you thought. And that, my friend, is where confidence is born. Let's take a moment and think about some of the famous figures who have embraced discomfort and turned it into a source of power. These are people who, despite their fears and insecurities, took the leap into the unknown and found success on the other side. Take Oprah Winfrey, for example. She grew up facing incredible hardships, poverty, abuse, rejection, but she never let those things define her. She stepped out of her comfort zone time and time again, taking risks and making bold moves in a male-dominated media industry. She faced rejection, faced public scrutiny, and yet, with each challenge, she grew stronger. Oprah herself has said that the key to her success was learning to take risks and not letting fear control her. That's a powerful lesson in confidence. Stepping outside of what's comfortable and embracing discomfort, because that's where your potential is waiting to be unlocked. Then there's someone like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, a man who's now a household name, not just for his acting, but for his remarkable journey from professional wrestler to one of Hollywood's top stars. Early on, The Rock faced immense challenges. He was rejected by the NFL, struggled in his early wrestling career, and dealt with personal setbacks. But instead of retreating into comfort, he chose to lean into the discomfort. He took on roles that were outside of his wrestling persona, roles that challenged him and required him to step out of his comfort zone. Today, he's known not just for his talent, but for his unwavering confidence, something that was built through years of stepping into the unknown, one bold move at a time. Another example is Elon Musk, the man behind SpaceX, Tesla, and countless other ventures that have changed the world. Musk's entire career has been defined by bold decisions, by stepping into spaces that no one thought possible. From launching a private space company in an industry dominated by government agencies to pushing forward with electric cars when no one thought they were feasible, Musk has continually stepped outside of what's comfortable, and while he's faced plenty of setbacks, some public, some private, he's never allowed fear to stop him from pursuing what he believes is possible. His confidence wasn't something that was handed to him. It was something he built by taking risks and embracing discomfort. These examples, from Oprah to The Rock to Elon Musk, all share one thing in common. They chose to embrace discomfort and let it shape them into the confident, powerful figures they are today. They didn't wait for the perfect moment or for fear to disappear. They made a conscious decision to move forward anyway, and in doing so, they cultivated a deep sense of confidence that continues to propel them forward. And that's where we often get it wrong. We think confidence comes first, that we need to be ready or perfect before we take a leap. But in reality, confidence follows action. You have to take the step first, without knowing exactly what will happen next, and trust that each step will build the confidence you need to keep moving forward. Think about a time in your own life when you made a decision that took you outside of your comfort zone. Maybe it was applying for a job you didn't think you were qualified for, or having a difficult conversation you'd been avoiding. When you first made the choice to act, you probably felt uncertain. You might have even felt like you were in over your head. But once you took that step, something shifted. You didn't just learn something new, you learned something about yourself. You proved that you could handle more than you thought. And that, right there, is the essence of confidence. Now, I know it's easy to think that some people are just born confident, that they have a special gene or a magical trait that makes them fearless. But that's not true. Confidence is built through action. It's built by doing the things that scare you, by taking risks even when you're not sure how things will turn out. It's built by choosing discomfort over safety, by seeing fear not as something to avoid, but as something to move through. So, the next time you feel fear creeping in or doubt telling you to stay in your comfort zone, remember this. Confidence is not the absence of fear, it's the decision to act in spite of it. It's the willingness to embrace discomfort and turn it into strength. Every bold step you take, every time you push past your fears, you're building the foundation for an unshakable confidence that will carry you through whatever comes next. And guess what? You're not alone in this journey. Every successful person, every confident person you admire, has faced discomfort. They've all had moments of doubt, moments when they felt like giving up. But they didn't. They kept going. They embraced the discomfort, took the leap, and let that first step grow into the confidence that now defines them. And if they can do it, so can you. So, what are you waiting for? The next time you feel that pull to play it safe, to stay where it's comfortable, remember, your confidence is waiting on the other side. Take that first step. Embrace the discomfort. Let it transform you, because that's where confidence truly begins. Imagine making a decision so bold, so impactful, that it doesn't just change your life. It ignites a spark in others, a spark that turns into a flame, a movement, or a wave of change. That's the power of bold moves. The thing is, when you take a leap of faith, when you step out of your comfort zone and make that bold decision, it doesn't just affect you. It creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond your own experience. And that ripple can inspire others to act, to dream bigger, to take risks, and to believe in the possibilities that lie ahead. Think about it for a second. You've probably seen it happen before, whether in your own life or in the lives of those around you. When someone takes a bold step, whether it's starting a new business, chasing a dream, or standing up for what they believe in, it sends a message. And that message is loud and clear. If they can do it, maybe I can too. The courage to take action becomes contagious, and what starts as a single bold move can soon snowball into something far greater. We've all heard stories about the chosen ones, those people who rise above, make daring choices, and change the world around them. They're the ones who inspire others, not just by what they do, but by how they do it. Think about the impact someone like Rosa Parks had. Her decision to refuse to give up her seat on a segregated bus wasn't just a moment of defiance. It became a catalyst for the civil rights movement. One act of courage sparked a wave of protests, marches, and a collective demand for equality and justice. It wasn't just one woman standing up. It was a movement that grew and spread because her bold decision gave others the strength to do the same. Or consider someone like Steve Jobs. When he started Apple, people didn't know if the world was ready for personal computers, much less for the kind of radical innovation he was introducing. But Jobs didn't wait for validation. He made the bold decision to go all in, to trust in his vision, and to challenge the norms. What followed wasn't just the creation of a tech company, it was the birth of an entire industry that revolutionized how we communicate, work, and live. And through that, countless entrepreneurs, innovators, and dreamers were inspired to take their own risks, to believe in the power of their ideas, and to build something from scratch. The truth is, when you take that first step, you might not even realize how far the impact of your actions can reach. You might think that your decisions only affect you, but in reality, they ripple out to others in ways you can't even anticipate. When people see someone else take a leap, face their fears, and push past obstacles, it makes them think, if they can do it, so can I. It creates a sense of possibility, and possibility is contagious. In a way, bold moves become beacons of hope. They show people what's possible when they don't let fear hold them back, when they don't let doubt decide their future. It's easy to get stuck in the belief that your actions don't matter, that one person can't really make a difference. But that's simply not true. History is full of examples where one person's decision created a ripple that eventually turned into a wave of change. Think about the Wright brothers, two men with no formal training in engineering who defied all odds and became the first to achieve powered flight. Their decision to take that first flight didn't just change aviation, it changed the world, inspiring countless others to pursue their dreams of flight and pushing humanity towards space exploration and beyond. One person's decision can be a spark that ignites a fire in others. And sometimes, it's not just about the big world-changing moments. Sometimes the smallest act of courage, a person standing up for what's right, sharing a personal story, or taking a risk in their own life, can plant a seed of inspiration in someone else. And that seed grows into something greater, something powerful. That's how change starts. It starts with one person deciding to do something different, to take a chance, to not wait for the perfect moment, but to make the moment perfect by acting. And in doing so, they inspire those around them to do the same. Think about the people in your own life who have inspired you. It might have been someone who took a risk you admired, or maybe it was someone who had the courage to follow their dreams even when it seemed impossible. Their actions didn't just make a difference in their lives, they had an impact on you. And maybe, just maybe, those actions planted the seeds of your own bold decisions, your own willingness to take risks and chase your dreams. It's amazing how one moment, one choice, can reverberate across time and space, inspiring others to take action and pursue their own path. And that's why it's so important to remember the power of your actions. Every time you make a decision to step outside your comfort zone, to face your fears, to take a risk, you're not just changing your life, you're becoming a beacon for others. You're showing them that it's possible to break free from the limitations they've placed on themselves and to reach for something greater. In a world that often feels uncertain, your bold moves are more than just personal victories. They are acts of courage that can create a ripple effect, inspiring others to step up, to take action, and to believe that they too can achieve greatness. It's a reminder that we're all connected, that the way we show up in the world has the power to influence others and create a chain reaction of change. So the next time you hesitate or doubt yourself, remember this. Your bold move isn't just for you. It's for everyone who's watching, waiting, and wondering if they can do it too. Your courage, your willingness to act, can inspire someone else to take their first step. And who knows? That one decision might just be the spark that ignites a movement, a revolution, or a wave of change that impacts the world in ways you never imagined. Because when one person takes a bold step, it creates a ripple, and that ripple can change everything. Let's talk about doubt for a moment. It's something that everyone experiences, especially when it comes to big decisions. You know those moments when you're standing at the edge of something life-changing, whether it's launching a business, making a career shift, or taking a leap of faith in your personal life, and all you hear in your head are the voices of doubt. It's that inner dialogue that tells you you're not good enough, that you're not ready, or that you'll never succeed. You've probably felt it. I know I have. But here's something crucial to remember. Doubt is inevitable. It's a part of the process. It's natural to question yourself when you're about to make a big change, to wonder if you're making the right move. But what if I told you that the key to truly shining bright isn't about eliminating doubt? It's about transforming it into something that drives you forward. Because here's the truth. The chosen ones, those people we look up to, didn't start out confident. No one starts out completely sure of themselves. They built their confidence over time, step by step, decision by decision. And you can too. It's easy to look at someone who seems to have it all together, the person who appears fearless, who makes bold moves without hesitation, and think that they're just naturally confident, that somehow they have this secret ingredient that you don't. But here's the thing. Those people have walked through the same doubts that you're facing. They've had moments where they questioned themselves, where fear tried to hold them back, but they kept going anyway. They built their confidence over time by taking bold steps, by facing those doubts and fears head on and using them as motivation to push forward. Think about someone like Serena Williams. She's often seen as the epitome of confidence and strength, dominating the tennis world like no one else. But do you think she was always that way? Absolutely not. Serena has talked about the doubts she faced early in her career, about how people told her she couldn't be successful in a sport dominated by others. But instead of letting that doubt hold her back, she used it as fuel. Each time she stepped onto the court, each time she faced an opponent, she wasn't just fighting for the win, she was fighting against the doubts and the voices that told her she wasn't good enough. And over time, those doubts didn't hold her back. They made her stronger. Or consider someone like J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series. Before she became a household name, Rowling faced rejection after rejection. She was a single mother living on welfare, writing in cafes, struggling to get her first book published. She had doubts. Everyone did. But what set her apart was that she didn't let those doubts define her. She kept going, and through that persistence, she built the confidence that would eventually help her create one of the most successful book series in history. Each rejection, each setback, was an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to build the unshakable confidence that propelled her forward. And that's the key. Confidence isn't something that magically appears when you reach a certain point. It's something you cultivate over time. It comes from making those bold decisions, even when you don't feel 100% ready. It comes from moving forward, even when you're scared. Each step you take in the face of doubt builds your confidence. And with every bold move you make, you begin to realize that you're capable of more than you thought. That realization that you are capable is the foundation of confidence. So, let's talk about how to shift that narrative. When doubt creeps in, when you start to wonder if you're cut out for this, if you're good enough, use that moment. Don't let it paralyze you. Instead, use it to fuel your fire. Turn that doubt into motivation. Every "what if I fail" becomes "what if I succeed?" Every "I'm not ready" becomes "I'm ready to grow." Every fear can be reframed as an opportunity to show yourself what you're truly made of. It's like this. When you make a bold move, it's almost like planting a seed of confidence. You might not feel confident right away, but with each action you take, that seed starts to sprout. And over time, as you keep showing up and facing those doubts, that seed grows into something strong and unshakable. Confidence doesn't come from waiting for the perfect moment or waiting until you feel completely ready. It comes from choosing to take that first step, even when you're scared. It comes from taking action despite the doubts, knowing that each move, each risk is helping you grow. The truth is, you're never going to get rid of doubt completely. Even the most successful people still have moments of uncertainty. But what they've learned, what we can all learn, is that doubt doesn't have to be the enemy. It doesn't have to hold you back. In fact, doubt can be a powerful tool if you know how to use it. When you feel doubt creeping in, remind yourself that it's just a sign that you're pushing beyond your comfort zone. You're about to do something that matters. You're about to grow, and that's a good thing, because the real magic happens when you embrace doubt as part of the journey. When you recognize it for what it is, not a roadblock, but a stepping stone. You don't need to be fearless to be confident. You don't need to wait for all the pieces to fall perfectly into place. You just need to take that first bold step to decide that you're going to act in spite of the doubt. And with each step, you'll build the confidence you need to keep moving forward. So, the next time doubt comes knocking, instead of letting it stop you, use it. Let it fuel you. Let it remind you that you're stepping into something new, something bigger, something that will stretch you in ways you never imagined. And with every step you take, with every action you make, you'll see that the confidence you've been searching for was always within you. It was just waiting for you to take that first bold step. As we reach the end of this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on something powerful, the legacy of the chosen ones. You see, making bold moves doesn't just affect the person making them. It leaves a lasting impact, a trail for others to follow, a spark that lights the way for the next generation. When you step out of your comfort zone and take risks, you're not just shaping your own future, you're shaping the future of everyone who comes after you. That, my friends, is the true power of shining bright. Think about the people who have made a lasting impact on the world, the people who dared to be different, who took chances even when the odds were stacked against them. Their actions, their decisions, and their courage didn't just create change in their own time, they continue to inspire and guide those who follow in their footsteps. People like Martin Luther King Jr., who fought for equality, or Rosa Parks, whose small act of resistance sparked a movement. These were individuals who weren't just thinking about their own success. They were thinking about the legacy they'd leave behind, the trail they'd blaze for the next generation of dreamers and doers. And it's not just world-changing figures who leave a legacy. Even the everyday chosen ones, the teachers, the entrepreneurs, the creatives, the parents, leave behind a ripple of inspiration. Your bold moves, your willingness to take risks, and your determination to shine bright don't just affect your own life. They inspire others to step into their own power. You may never fully realize the impact you have, but by staying true to yourself and making those bold choices, you're creating a path for others to follow. You become a living example of what's possible when you have the courage to be yourself and the confidence to pursue your dreams. Look at someone like Oprah Winfrey. She came from humble beginnings, faced criticism, and had every reason to doubt herself. Yet, she made bold move after bold move, breaking down barriers and creating a space for her voice to be heard. Oprah's legacy isn't just in the empire she built, it's in the millions of people she's inspired to believe in themselves, to take risks, and to keep pushing forward no matter how many obstacles they face. She left behind a trail of empowerment, showing others that no matter where you come from or what others may say, you have the power to change the world in your own way. The same goes for people like Elon Musk, who wasn't afraid to defy the norms of the tech industry and the expectations of the world. Whether or not you agree with every one of his ventures, there's no denying the way his actions have pushed the boundaries of possibility. He's challenged the status quo and inspired others to dream bigger, to think further outside the box, and to believe that anything is possible with enough determination. But legacy isn't just about fame or money or changing the world in a grand way. It's about the little moments, the quiet ways we inspire others. Maybe you're a teacher who encourages a student to pursue their passions, a mentor who believes in someone when they're struggling to believe in themselves, or a parent who leads by example, showing your children that bold moves are worth making, even when the world seems uncertain. These are the legacies that may not make headlines but are no less powerful. Your actions ripple through the lives of those around you, shaping them in ways you may never fully realize. The chosen ones understand that legacy isn't about waiting for permission or waiting for the perfect moment to make a change. It's about making decisions today that will positively impact tomorrow. It's about choosing to lead by example, to shine brightly, and to show others that boldness is not only possible, but essential. Your actions today, no matter how big or small, become the stepping stones for others to follow. And here's the beautiful thing. You don't need to be famous or have a massive platform to leave a meaningful legacy. Every time you step into your purpose, every time you take a bold step forward, you create a path that others can follow. Your courage becomes a beacon for someone else to find their own courage. The more you shine, the more others are inspired to shine alongside you. And that's how legacies are born, not in one grand, sweeping moment, but in the consistent, courageous decisions to be yourself and follow your path. At the end of the day, what matters most is not the accolades, not the praise, not the recognition. What matters is the mark you leave on the world through your actions. What kind of energy are you putting out into the universe? Are you stepping into your power, showing others what's possible, and leaving behind a trail of inspiration for the next generation of dreamers, thinkers, and doers? Because that's the true impact of shining bright. So, as you continue on your journey, remember this: the bold moves you make today will resonate far beyond your lifetime. You are laying the foundation for others to build upon, inspiring them to rise above, to take risks, and to chase their dreams. Your legacy isn't just in what you achieve for yourself, but in the way your actions pave the way for others to follow. And that, my friend, is the most powerful legacy you can leave behind. The chosen ones don't just shine bright for themselves, they shine bright for the world and for the generations yet to come.